We've come up to the LeeFest site to see how it looks in the snow, and it looks absolutely stunning. But in a few months, as nature comes back to life and the leaves are back on the trees and everything becomes more colourful, we're going to be putting a festival in here. Now, as you know, LeeFest is entirely non-profit, and the last few years we've been working with Kids Company charity. We're going to be working with them again this year, and earlier on we were lucky enough to get a little bit of time with a lady called Camilla, who started the charity and now runs it. She's absolutely incredible, and so is the work she's doing.
"15 years ago, when I first started Kids Company, I came across some amazing children who were clearly surviving on the streets because they had nowhere to live or their home environment wasn't safe. And these children taught me the kind of work that we needed to do, from buying them underwear, toothbrush, somewhere to sleep, to getting them back into education and employment. So I would say that the original children of Kids Company taught us the best way to work with children more widely, and now we work with 17,000 children a year. And together we ended up creating this most incredible community which is organized around the power of love. And most people are ashamed to talk about the potency of love in the public space, even though privately they know love is the most important thing in all our lives. What all these kids were looking for ultimately was a sense of safety and a sense of being cherished and being wanted. I would describe Kids Company today as a substitute family environment for children whose own carers would love them to be cared for properly, but they themselves can't deliver that care. I think LeeFest is brilliant. It represents all the good that is in young people. It's an important message to the rest of society, because at the moment, young people are described in a very derogatory and damaging way by the media. So it's fantastic that a group of aspiring young people get it together and start an amazing festival from their garden. I think it's genius. When you first get a very traumatized child who's been sexually and physically abused, often words freeze in them, so they don't have the capacity to describe what's happened to them. And we tend to use the arts to help the child acquire some mastery over their trauma, by drawing or manipulating the clay or playing some music. The child gets a sense of being a doer rather than being done to. Through the arts, the children can work out how they can develop a language and a sense of status and a sense of being potent and impactful in the context of the world that they're in. For many of these children, their lives are never reflected in the public space in a way that feels legitimate. So for LeeFest to allow them to have that space and to express themselves, I think is brilliant.
This year we're going to be taking our collaboration with Kids Company even further, and hopefully using a lot of the artistic opportunities in the festival alongside the sort of arts therapy work that they're doing with the children. So hopefully you enjoyed hearing from Camilla about Kids Company and the amazing work they do, and you're going to be proud to support them as part of the festival with us this year.